Coming up next on the list is number 7, Castlemania. Castlemania is written by Josh Harber. The main 6 explore the depths of the castle of the two sisters unbeknownst to each other, secret passageways, crumbling walls, and with the pony of shadows possibly roaming the halls, the scare meter is high. Has the ancient castle gone to their heads, or does the pony of shadows really exist? Coming into number 7 is Castlemania, which you can probably guess, and you'll get it right, is a reference to a classic games referred to various gaming consoles, and it's first released back in 1986 on the Nintendo Family Computer Gaming System. Now, I remember playing one Castlevania game which was back in the 1980s that I had on my 3DS on backward compatibility, and I thought it was pretty good with the urban graphics and the setting tone of the game being taking place during the Halloween season. And this episode lived up to that reputation for sure. We start the episode with Twilight reading the book in a panned out shot, and eventually she gets really frustrated and threw the book at Spike's feather duster. Jeez, Twilight, I get it that you're mad, but no need to take it out on your number 1 assistant now, come on. Twilight said that she read every book in Ponyville, but not a single book mentioned about the mysterious chest that was shown in the Tree of Harmony, so she was going to get to the bottom of this investigation. Twilight then gets a message from Princess Celestia and tells her that she has a different option for her pupil, and that is to go to the castle where she once shared it with her sister Princess Luna. So she doesn't tell them about any health hazards that's in place that it's hanging on the brink of life. Well, there's our princess, every pony. Princess Celestia does mention that Twilight may find the answer that she's been looking for once she goes into the library. When Twilight and Spike enter into the castle, the first place that they looked was the library, and then the library was filled with hundreds or possibly thousands of ancient books displayed on the shelves. Unbeknownst to Twilight's enthusiastic vibe to her love of book, the old castle of two sisters was of course abandoned, and it was running with spiders and their webs. Actually, in this case, if Spike was to get bitten by a spider, then he could be the Spider-Man of Equestria. I mean, the spiders look kind of identical to how Peter got bit by a radioactive spider. Just saying. After the opening scene was finished, we then cut to Rainbow Dash and Applejack having somewhat of a staring contest with bees attached to them.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah! Ah!
Because they wanted to prove who was the most daring pony in Equestria, as if they couldn't get over the fact both of them lost in a race. The contest was halted, however, because the beekeeper wanted his bees back. Pinky kept the scores in her notepad, and the result of the contest was, drumroll please, a tie! What a surprise. Pinky then had to go and ring the school bell because no pony wanted to do it, so she hopped, skipped and jumped towards her destination. Poor Gummy is just hanging on to his dear life. Applejack then decided how to settle their betting feud against each other. We then shift to Rarity and Fluttershy, who's walking through the forest because apparently it's the season of the star spider season, because surely Rarity has a good reason to attend the old abandoned castle, and she did. Turns out she hears rumours that the castle is filled with the tapestries of pony history, and she doesn't want them to waste. Fluttershy's response sums it up perfectly.
I see.
Angel runs into the castle, causing Fluttershy to play cat and mouse with the bunny as a large shadow figure creeps up to the castle. The two of them observes the ruins, then Fluttershy spots Angel, prompting her to follow the bunny. Now this is where we get the Scooby-Dooby-Doo vibes going. Just above them, Twilight and Spike are still in search, but also just below them, as they walk out of the shot, Rainbow Dash and Applejack have reached the location for their daring contest, and it takes place, of course, none other than the old abandoned castle where it could fall at any moment. Seriously, did anyone not bother to put up a health hazard sign just because it's abandoned and no pony goes there? Applejack told Rainbow Dash when she was a filly, Granny Smith, too, told her that when Nightmare Moon left, not every last bit of the dark magic went with her. And when darkness rises, the magic takes form of the Pony of Shadows. I thought a Tantibus would be more fitting. Meanwhile, Fluttershy unhooks a banner and activates a secret switch that flipped the wall, leaving Rarity and Angel's face pretty stunned. Back with the daring duo, and Applejack and Rainbow get freaked out over a banner that makes a noise, scattering them to run away. Rarity then says that the tapestry banner was too heavy and decided to move on. She can be so poignant about these things. Just as Rarity and Fluttershy was walking away from the scene, a trap door was activated by Angel, unbeknownst what was going to happen. I think Angel may have wanted some peace away from the two, especially Fluttershy. Back with the so-called daring duo, and Rainbow Dash makes a new proposition to Applejack, saying that whoever stays in the castle more longest is the most daring pony. They both accept with a huff bump. Elsewhere, Twilight and Spike are looking for a book that Twilight is still looking for, till Angel enters in, leaving Spike falling off his chair and activating a switch as a secret doorway opens up. Twilight then finds a book on the counter in the middle of the room that says The Tale of the Two Sisters, and that piqued Twilight's curiosity to see if this was the book she had been looking for. Meanwhile, Applejack and Rainbow Dash encounter a dark hallway with disembodied pony legs in the way, and Rarity and Fluttershy got stuck underneath the floor. Rainbow Dash walks too close to the wall, where she felt some pony hugging her, and she believed it to be Applejack, but Applejack was opposite to her. Rainbow Dash saw the hoof that belonged to Rarity and screamed as she and Applejack ran away. Rarity got scared too, but Fluttershy believed it to be Angel, so she had a feel around the hole looking for a bunny. Okay, that sounded weird saying that, but you know what I mean. Fluttershy then pulled on a secret switch that prompted the wall to flip, leaving the two out of the trapped room. Rarity goes on to have a little rant about the castle switches. Clearly she doesn't watch too many Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated things. Twilight reads a selection of the book about a certain organ that's going to be on the outside of the castle, I think. And we see pan-down shots of Rainbow Dash and Applejack and Rarity and Fluttershy, until finally we see a giant organ with a dark, mysterious figure pony playing the organ, leaving almost every pony scared apart from Twilight, who's still reading her book. Also, she brings up the fact that the castle is thousands of years old and is practically falling apart. Like I've been saying over and over that there needs to be a caution sign in the first place. Fluttershy is still on the pursuit to find Angel until Rarity spots two big tapestries on the wall that she needed to have. Fluttershy just leaves Rarity for a struggle with the big banners. Well done, Fluttershy. Well done. Rainbow and Applejack goes into a room with lots of ponies' armour, believing not a single soul is in the armour. Or is there? As we shift back towards the mysterious pony organ player, they played each note that shifted Applejack outside the castle, Rarity outside the castle, and Angel with a fresh bowl of carrots. Huh. Not bad. But, wait a minute. Doesn't that mean Rainbow Dash won the contest because Applejack is outside the castle? Wouldn't that technically mean that she's the winner? Realising just how spooky the castle is, every pony backs up until they all bump into each other, and Rarity gets meaned on by the Lunar Banner. Now, this is my favourite scene throughout the episode. When Fluttershy thought she saw Angel by a flash of lightning until Applejack knocked over a pillar that's keeping the castle standing, and Fluttershy just yelled out, I'm sorry. I couldn't help but revisit this clip over and over again. It's just so funny. Twilight realises the sound just outside and goes to check what the commotion was. And what she saw was her friends running and screaming around the castle. Apart from Fluttershy, who's still trying to save a rabbit boulder. Twilight then freezes every pony in place until everyone saw each other in confusion. Oh, and don't worry. Angel is fine. The organ sounds out again, causing every pony to panic again and clinching onto Twilight. I guess Twilight is the most daring pony out of all who trots the castle. They keep following the sound until they enter into a dark room where a shadowy pony is still playing the organ. Twilight slowly creeps up behind the shadow pony, waiting to uncloak the mystery pony. When she gets to the top of the stairs, she pulled a thread from Scooby-Doo saying, "Now let's see who's underneath the mask." And lo and behold, it was none other than Pinkamena Diane Pie. Applejack questioned Pinky, thinking she was supposed to be ringing the school bell, but Pinky only rang the school bell for 5 minutes. Pinky then said that she followed Fluttershy and Rarity inside the castle after picking bluebells in the Everfree Forest. So, Pinky turned up to the castle wearing a Halloween outfit even though it wasn't Nightmare Night. It just goes to show how Pinky can be uncautious. Spike got rejected out of nowhere because... reasons. We end the episode with every pony on the top floor where Twilight and Spike was. Rarity was stitching back the banner of Princess Luna. Fluttershy told Angel off, which she shouldn't have done because Angel needed his alone time. And Rainbow Dash and Applejack called it a draw, and Pinkie Pie is just... Pinkie Pie. Twilight didn't find the answer to the mysterious chess problem, but she was glad that she could help her friend whenever they were in need. Now, you might be wondering, how did Twilight get scared of the castle in the first place? Well, after she read Celestia's diary that she managed to pick up... Hang on. Didn't Celestia take a diary back to Canterlot? What the hell, Celestia? Now every pony will know. Twilight learned from the past the two sisters to take into the present of the events, even the scary ones. Twilight then comes up with an idea that every pony should keep a journal, just like the sisters did, and every pony agrees. We cap off the episode with another mysterious shadow pony, only this time with glowing eyes. This episode had a bit of mixed horror-based genres with scary and comedic purpose, but the episode lived up to the Nightmare Night festivities of chapters. I like how we got an ancient backstory that two sisters had before having to move, and of course, just like Rainbow Dash said, it was the battle area that got on Main 6 the cutie marks in the first place. Overall, I did enjoy this episode. It had a Scooby-Doo kind of vibe when this group was looking out for clues, or this group gets into an up and down chase scene, or this group finally masking the reveal at the ending of every show. And this show couldn't have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those pesky tapestries.